barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget, September 28th, 4720 West Slauson Avenue, September 28th. Free food, free haircuts, free bags, free fellowship, free soul food, free hot wings. Bring your toothpick. And I just literally just got done watching Inside PBC. I'm gonna do a video on the business of it, hopefully tonight. But I'm gonna work backwards since it was the last segment. They talked about how Shawn Porter sparring David Benavidez was pretty much a dumb idea. It didn't make sense. And two things: the rarest thing in sports is competing against a southpaw. Boxing, pitching, baseball, basketball, because you got to defend them completely different. It's the rarest thing. Or be safe, because I don't want no discrepancies in the comment section. It's one of the rarest things in sports. All right, and I think it's just incredibly important that we learn from this. I don't think it was a brilliant idea. I actually saw the sparring. Shawn didn't look good. Kenny Porter was yelling. Shawn couldn't respond. David Benavidez basically gave himself up on the ropes and let Shawn get off. But in the middle of the ring, you even saw it in the highlights. We're just going to stick to the highlights that they showed. Shawn Porter is not punching for accuracy. Shawn Porter is punching because he's supposed to punch explosively. Everything they do has got to be explosive. Everything they do got to be aggressive. You know what I mean? Like he threw a 1-1-2 and David Benavidez wasn't even there. How about he step over with his left foot and throw a left hook? You know what I mean? Change it up. Anyways, man, I'm not getting paid to coach him. But what I will say is I thought it was dumb because I always use me as the example because I'm an expert on myself, not because I'm braggadocious. Sometimes I am braggadocious, but not in this instance, right? I have an itinerary every day. Every day I have an itinerary. I don't go out of that itinerary. I keep the main thing the main thing. When I was poor, when I was homeless for 2 years, I kept the main thing the main thing. I had, for those of you who don't know, I had a can opener in my car. And I had 79 cents Cuban-style black beans from Trader Joe's. You understand what I'm saying? And I did what I had to do. You understand? And that's basically what I did till I can afford a place to stay. And it's no rhyme or reason. It's just the reality of it. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that if you're going to spar a right-hander, knowing you're fighting for millions of dollars, and basically Shawn Porter is fighting for his career, because he doesn't have the respect of the fans, no fan base. Team Porter is not looked in these streets as something that you're looking forward to. No one is calling Kenny Porter for it. When was the last time you heard Kenny Porter do a phone interview outside of him preparing to have a fight? No one's looking for their opinion, as I should say. And with that being said, in order for them to remain relevant, they have to win. They have an uphill battle. Vegas has them a minus 1,000 underdog. No need to talk about that, but I'll say this. This is when he said his dad always comes up with this concoction, but Abner and Dominic Breazeale absolutely agreed with me. I didn't want to talk about it because when I heard it was sparring Dominic Breazeale, when I heard they were on their way to the gym, I was like, they about to spar Dominic Breazeale. I mean, excuse me, they about to spar what's the kid's name? David Benavidez. I'm like, that don't make any sense. He's fighting Errol Spence for all the marbles. This is when the team got to step in. And this is why I tell you guys, Shawn Porter is not in control of his career. If I'm Shawn Porter, I step in and be like, "No, fuck, we don't need to go viral. We don't need to do this shit for TV." You know what I mean? You know how hard it is to fight a left-hander, and then fight a left-hander like Errol Spence. But maybe that's when the team step in and say, Kenny, we shouldn't do this. It doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't prepare us David Benavidez is at 185. We already know Shawn can take a punch because he fought Keith Thurman. We already know Shawn is tough because he weathered the storm against Kell Brook. We already know he's athletic because he has a football background. But does he have the mental fortitude and the skill set to compete against Errol Spence for the duration of the fight? That's what we don't know. They should have took their asses to the gym and worked on what they need to work on. But all this is going to come to fruition September 28th. You know what I mean? All these masterminds and doing things backwards and the kid not having any sparring and he's about to fight Kovalev. I don't know. Anthony Yard. There's some things you just got to do. You understand what I'm saying? You got to stick your penis in the vagina to have a baby. You know what I mean? All this in vitro and all. I mean, it may work. But sometimes you just got to do it the right way. You know what I mean? Make your child out of love. You know, and I know there's special exceptions, and I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the people who just want to change the rules. Change like the DNA of reality. You can't change the DNA of reality. 1 + 1 = 2. You work hard, you get paid well. You work like a fool, you get paid like a fool. And I personally thought it was foolish. If Abner was hanging with his boys, I mean, their immediate reaction was like, it made no sense. And it absolutely didn't make any sense. So you guys be the judge of it. I don't know. Dominic Breazeale and Abner are much more proficient in boxing than I will ever know. I just commented on the actual footage, but it didn't make sense. And in actuality, they all picked Shawn Porter to lose, even Abner without saying it, Dominic Breazeale without saying it. And PBC actually did what I told them to do. They brought in Mikey Garcia. And I'm willing to bet you they're going to bring Mikey Garcia back again to talk about this fight. Maybe fight week, but they're going to pay him to come back, which he should. And so we'll sit back. They actually picked him to fight because they said Manny Pacquiao should stay away from Errol Spence. You get the logic? Manny Pacquiao should stay away from Errol Spence. So with them discussing that fight, they're making a prediction that he will surpass. Shawn Porter September 28th. So, anyways, man, Andre Berto said it would be foolish for him to fight on the outside. Maybe I'll do a separate video on that. But everybody knows that by now. If I'm coaching Shawn, my game plan looks nothing like his dad's game plan. Looks nothing like it. It's no way. I don't know what Barry Hunter game plan will look like, but I know the game plan that I would use to beat Errol Spence or attempt to defeat Errol Spence. You understand what I'm saying? But I think the game plan that they're using, they're going to lose fans. I already know that they're going to use angles. They're going to use space. They're going to try and dart in like a Darren Sproles and get some punches off. And then it's going to be the 5th round. It's going to be some boos. It's going to be like, what the hell are you doing? They're going to try and frustrate Errol Spence. Anyways, y'all going to see it. And y'all going to be like, Fred, how'd you know this? Because I know their temperament. I know their mindset. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to try and cheat. They're going to try and steal. They're going to try and, cheat and steal, not in a literal sense, but cheat time. You understand? But I don't think the judges are going to appreciate that. So, because if they didn't appreciate it against Ugas, there's no way in hell they'll appreciate it against Errol Spence in a pay-per-view. So, and that was a split decision. So anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. You guys have a great evening. Midnight Live tonight. We talking about whatever y'all want to talk about. It's going to be a hell of a show, hell of a fun. I'm going to start promoting it. And we had a great show last night, and it has no choice but to get better tonight. Barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.